Yeah.
Speaking of fascinating, though, we got some fascinating guys coming up here. If they're ready to go, we can pull
The
them.
Meteora coach. I love it.
I mean, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's
There
do
we
it.
go. We got the guys.
The goats are here. How you guys doing, gentlemen?
You're muted.
Muted.
Yamal. Hey guys.
Yeah,
Nice to see you. Yeah.
Man, good to talk, guys.
Do the talk. Have you ever seen Zen before? You guys know who
Probably
this
not,
is?
probably not. Yeah.
I've seen Zen on the community calls.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be an epic chat. I think we've been working we've been working very closely together, but this is the first time me and Zen are playing on the stream. So maybe let's do a round introduction so that Zen can catch up.
Yeah, I love to get to know you guys much better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's just the best place to start. Then let's start with the intros and we just kind of introduce you guys to the audience.
Do you guys want to start? I mean, I think everyone knows, Meteora and what you guys build, but maybe talk about yourselves real quick and help us understand. Zen, maybe kick off with you, and Soju, we can get you next.
Sure. My name is Zen. I'm one of the co-founders of Meteora, right? And I've been in this space for the past 5 years. But most people probably haven't really seen me, right? Because for the past 5 years, I was really more in the background, right? Focusing a lot more on building products and working with the product teams to launch and execute. So it's only Meteora is kind of the place where I was kind of pushed to face the camera a little bit more and loving it. loving it. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm really excited, right, for what's coming up and to see the awesome work that you guys have done. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Sweet. So
Yeah.
take it away.
Really quick, I want to thank you both, by the way. You guys have helped not only our space grow, but this channel is actually supported by you guys. The initial capital that you guys provided us allowed us to get to millions of impressions and thousands of followers that are really growing the ICM space. So sorry for breaking in there, Soju, but I just wanted to give you guys a lot of love for making it happen for us.
Yeah. Shout out the Vesper as well. Yeah. Shout out the Vesper. Oh, she's
yes,
the one.
Vesper.
Right.
Yeah. I was like telling Zen, it's like, oh yeah, these guys are amazing. They help us push ICM stuff like 5 minutes before this call started. Because Zen is very laser focused on building the amazing technology that we all use. So basically, I was doing a podcast with him right here with someone else, and I was like, hey Zen, why not you join me for the next one? Yeah. Then now he's here. So there's no announcement that Zen will be here, and I'm very happy to have him along.
Yeah. Hope I'm not crashing anything. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just do a quick introduction. My name is Soju. I'm a DeFi nerd. I've been in DeFi for 5 years. I didn't go to school. I joined DeFi out of the army. And now I'm trying to trying to redefine Wall Street with ICM and everybody here. And so that no one will ever need a university degree to do any multi-billion-dollar transactions in the future. That's my goal. And boom. That's what we're all aligned here to do.
Love it. Yeah. I see Kitty snuck in the bundle here. Kitty, what's up, bro?
Hey, Shay.
Hello.
Hey, GM guys. Literally just woke up and saw Soju's message.
All good, dude. We're just kicking it. Yeah, we're running introductions for the Meteora squad here. So maybe you can go next, Kitty, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hey guys, Kitty Cunt here. I'm basically the ICM lead under Matt Cole and Meteora. I work with founders to help them basically, help the strategy, accelerate, figure out their go-to-market, just any different components of really their startup to help like get them from 0 to 1 and 1 to 10 and so forth. Like we want to work with the best founders, give them all the resources we can, and make sure that we maximize their success.
And how did you?
Let me show him real quick. Like this guy advised 3 teams, and in the span of a single week, all 3 teams did effing well. So it's ICM Run, is virus pandemic labs team, and the PMS team. In a single week, all of them do fucking well. He has 100% hit rate right now, and
win rate is off the charts.
Yeah, I'm expecting KK to have 150% hit rate soon. Like, I want him to hit twice for every project he incubates. Like no doubt of that.
So you set the bar pretty high for yourself, I guess.
KK is alpha. You gotta follow KK
Yeah.
account. Notifications on.
Yeah,
Nah, now
I'll say it's not just me. I think sponsoring your show and all that. Meteora is so ahead of the game on. They made a early bet on ICM being the future, and you're kind of seeing it pan out right now, right? It's not just like, oh, this happened overnight. It was like, okay, what do we need for ICM to succeed, and how do we be at the forefront of it? And that's what Meteora is doing, and they're significantly ahead compared to like competitors on how can we support ICM and bring ICM to Meteora. So bullish on ICM and Meteora.
So
Can we get your take on why? What's the ICM bet?
what's the ICM bet? So I mean, my take is very simple. Like, Meteora's technology is advanced. It might even be said as too advanced. If you're launching a meme coin, you will not see the difference between Meteora and like Radium if you're launching a meme coin. But if you're launching a team that's trying to incubate 10 other teams to launch coins and raise VC money while earning trading fees, while also doing a game that also takes off, like, when you start to push the boundaries of what's possible and what's not possible, Meteora is your best bet. So I'm very interested in a lot of different teams. I'm very interested in teams that to push the boundaries. And I have found so many teams in ICM that loves to do that. So like the BEEF team, the Virus team, the PMX team, the ICM Run team, and all of our partners. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about it, but at least for me, I remember going through this phase maybe 6 to 12 months ago, about a year ago, where it was like, it felt like crypto had really started feeling dry. We saw the same thing over and over again. It was just memes. And so to see ICM kind of emerge and then you guys head that up and, really lead the way there was, I think, just really big. And so it's inspiring to see something like ICM come out of the trenches. I guess maybe my question would be, how did you guys feel about 6 to 12 months ago when memes were kind of taking over and it felt maybe, I don't know, the trenches felt weird. Any like thoughts there?
So I'll take this one. So 6 to 12. So I'd say 12 months ago is when I actually started to see ICM becoming the future. Like, I've said before, like ICM was always trying to like break out, even in 2017. And you do see some successful projects like Chainlink. I'd consider that a successful ICM project. Hyperliquid, Pump Fun, from 12 months ago. But for startups specifically, I started working with the PMX team like back like in January. Like
What?
you're only seeing things pan out now because it takes time for startups to like push their first product out, iterate, and all that. So like it's just that time gap between like when startups are really starting up and trying to get to their first stage, second stage. I started talking Soju like definitely like 6-8 months ago, and Vesper, and then it all sort of just lined up to like let's say products coming out last month and so forth.
Yeah, I only joined Meteora 6 months ago, by the way.
Josh didn't know that.
I didn't know that, and we only started live streaming 6 months ago. So there we go.
Yeah, I think I joined Meteora like 2 weeks before MCG started, something like that. Yeah.
What did that look like, and how did that kind of pan out?
Yeah, I think this is a fun story for Zen actually. Yeah, Zen, why don't you want to share with us how we came to Meteora, some backstory on Meteora?
Oh, the Meteora story?
Yeah, some lore. Share the tea.
Funniest guy in the TG.
Yeah. We went back 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when Solana was still pretty early. So I was also quite new. I was quite new to the whole crypto space. Then that time, Xiong and Mel, we joined forces with Xiong and Mel to start. I don't know, you guys know Meteora?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really a more kind of protocol. So when we started, we actually pitched to FTX. So we actually launched a token on FTX. Fun times, right? But of course, FTX gave us our start, right? Gave us our start. So no matter what you say about them, but I'm still grateful, right? Because without FTX, there'll be no Meteora, and we won't be sitting here today.
Yeah.
So that's where it got started, and then the Mer token got launched, and then we get a lot of interest, get funds, we build a team, and we start to build our first product, multi-token stable pool, focusing on stable infrastructure on Solana, because the time it was very new. So stablecoin is still infancy. So we really want to focus on that to really start building out Solana. So very but things didn't go well then because a lot of competition, right? Saber was there, Sunny, all those things. And so we were doing a lot of liquidity mining using our Mer token, not sustainable, right? And the team wasn't happy as well, right? Because we were doing a lot of this every day, just counting numbers of how much APY that we want to raise to compete and beat the others, right? In order to attract more volume. So we decided to pivot, right? We're gonna do Meteora V2 and launch dynamic vaults at DMM, which now is actually one of our very first product, Meteora. But we actually wanted to do that when we want to do the dynamic AM and dynamic vaults. And then we also called all our investors, right, to say, hey, let's stop all Mer emissions. Stop Mer emissions. Team also stopped emissions. So it's very bullish, right? So we have a very, very state-of-the-art product that's coming out in the pipeline, plus no emissions for 1 year. Right. So everybody was very bullish. So we were very excited. Then FTX happened, 2022 December. Yeah. So everything went down the drain. And then that was the conjunction. That's the junction where we needed to decide which path to take. Right. We could either just forget about Meteora. Right. Sorry, our Mer stakeholders. I'm sorry. Right. Thank you for your support, but that's the end of the road.
Yeah.
Let's put all resources to Jupiter, right? Let's work on Jupiter, right? Because Jupiter was still working it was still ramping up. Or we could rebuild, restart. And so obviously the choice that we made was obvious. So that's how Meteora was born, right? And then we started on Dynamic Vaults, Dynamic AM as our flagship product, and build up the LP army, and started to build the whole suite of products that you know today, like DAMM, DLMM, then DAMV2. Then we started on the DBC. That's how the whole ICM collective came about.
Meteora collective.
So you're all involved in, and thanks to this guy here, right, who came on in February or March, right, to inject energy, right? It's not energy, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like restless, right? He's always coming out with new ideas, new strategies, and whatnot.
One day I went to him. It's like, hi Zen, I had this idea. Why not we hire someone and give her a lot of resources to do this crazy thing where we can support everybody more? Instead of it's because back then Meteora had this problem, right? Meteora couldn't support the teams that was building with Meteora because teams were benefiting from our influence to rug people. And so I was like, Zen, why not we find a bunch of good people, give them some resources to do what they can? And then Meteorite was born. Vesper, KK, Disho, Beef, we've done. We are so proud of what you guys, about Vesper and you guys all have done. Yeah, so I'm very proud.
That time I was still a bit worried. Yeah, that time I was still a bit worried. I was saying that let's be a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, let's be more cautious.
Let's start small, and then let's make sure that the association is a little bit light with Meteora, because in case anything went down that doesn't seem well, will not affect us and stuff like that. But I was glad to be proven wrong, right? And everything seems to have grown very well. And I'm very proud that Meteora is now so tightly associated with Meteora.
Yeah,
thanks to you guys.
I think Meteora is probably at the forefront of everyone's mind when you think of ICM. You guys are the de facto people pushing it. I got a question for Soju, and I guess for Zen too. Clearly, what set Meteora apart is your ability to innovate, right? You continue to innovate, push the boundaries, do things that no one else was doing before. How do you continue to innovate going forward and just continue to expand into the unknown?
Oh, for me, it's really having the right people in the team as well. A lot of unsung heroes, right? So we have this guy called Sudoku, right? Sudoku. He is super laser focused on thinking about the very next awesome thing to build. Right? He said, don't bother me on this. I just want to spend time to research and figure out what is the most important thing to do. Right? Like the DLMM.
Yeah.
Like when we did the dynamic vaults, right? That was his baby. Then after that, he said, okay, let's go to the next thing, right? Which is the DLMM, right? And DLMM actually changed everything for us, right? Because that's the tech that actually set us apart, like leaps and bounds from other technology. And now he's not happy, right? He's not satisfied. So let's go to the next big thing.
Yeah.
DMV2, right? DBC.
One guy.
One guy. Of course, then the rest of us will be like fully supporting him. But it's really, I think it's really empowering the right people, right, in the team. Empowering the right people in the team. And if you can find these people, then you really need to grab hold of them, nurture them, work with them, and that's it. Like, there's no secret recipe or whatever. Right? It's really about hard work, right, and then supporting the right people.
Yeah, I think what Zen said is very accurate. Empowerment is our way. Is the name of our game.
Yep.
We empower MCG. We empower KK and Vesper. We empower Ben Pessonet. We empower Startup Fund Adam. Like we empower them with technology. They try shit. They tell us what they want, and we try to get it for them. And we do a lot of linear upgrades to DBC. Like DBC has probably seen like 20 upgrades or 10 upgrades since BE started using it. And we also do like crazy, like game-changing, like big leaps as well. So right now we are in the middle of preparing our next big leap, and it will be out at McDerby. So I'm quite excited to unveil it for everybody. And Mercy is another guy that we are very happy to empower as much as we can. Like,
how do you guys?
Before we jump next, like it's not just the tech stack that like Meteora innovates on. It's understanding that culture is important, distribution, like, you know, supporting you guys, no brainer. Like you guys are such a key part of ICM, and that's needed too, right? It's all these different pieces to bring ICM together, not just the founders and not just the tech on Meteora side.
Yeah. So PMS comes to me is like, I want to do this, and then I'm like, okay, how do we empower you to do it? And then we empower them to do it, and then we all know where they are now. And the same for Mercy, the same for Pandemic, the virus team, and it's just super fun. This is my favorite part of my job. Just talking to all of you guys and finding a way to help you guys do better, do bigger stuff.
Well, there's so much innovation going on, and I want to get your takes on prediction markets because I know we got KK with us, and you guys are big into the PMX situation going on. But maybe firstly, what do you think about when you think about who's going to dominate ICM? Will it be on Solana, or do you think it'll be more chain agnostic? You guys are obviously positioned for Solana mainly, but I don't know. Maybe give some thoughts there.
So,
I don't.
Yeah. So ICM is gonna be like really on every chain, right? Like even on Ethereum, they had so much DeFi tech and all that coming out. Like they had a whole run of it. I think it's gonna be on Solana primarily, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna see it on Base and so forth. Like I think the best like sports betting prediction market agent by far is on Base right now, a project called Sire. And they added 300. They got one of the biggest sports hedge fund basically let them use 300 million to use their agent because it's been proven out over 2 years. So that's an example of it being on Base. Meteora is making a bet on Solana, and I believe that bet is going to pan out. You're seeing the Believe ecosystem founders funneling in, like having funnels for startups and working with them closely. That's really the gap between where Meteora and Solana is and everyone else. And you need all these pieces to like really succeed on the ICM sector, and the other chains just don't have it yet.
And I have a question as well. Just in regards to ICM, we see totally pushing it. We see Solana is really going in this direction of ICM. Do you guys interface with them a lot? Or is there a lot of communication between you and perhaps the Solana Foundation on how you can push this space forward? Because as we've gone over so far, you guys are the ones innovating in this sector and empowering others to do to push this narrative forward. So are you guys in communication with them a lot?
Anatoly and others are great. We talk to Anatoly once in a while, but not close communication. I think what is very clear for everybody in Solana is that ICM is almost the perfect thing for Solana. That's why you see everybody who's Solana aligned pushing it. Meteora's role is a bit different. Meteora, we see ourselves as like the backbone of ICM, and we want to make this happen. We want to make happen on Solana to benefit everybody. To answer the previous question, like we have to be aware what chains have and how we can leverage it. So, for example, Base probably has a very like institutional clean vibe, like thanks to Coinbase. What Solana has is tons of degen energy. So ICM on Solana has always been at like the intersection of real businesses and degen energy, which is like Belief and PMX. So this is where our ICM on Solana does the best. So we push it forward for everybody. On Solana side, I talked to a guy called Vibu a lot because Vibu spent some time at Jupiter, and I was very close friends with him then. So Vibu was on this show too, right? Like we sort of asked him whether he could do it and stuff like that. So investment used to work for him for like a year. So he's the guy I talked to on Solana side, and we are all aligned in making this happen. And I think it'll be a pretty exciting few years for us. Yeah.
Vibu's a great voice when it comes to ICM, and I think he's one of the key components pushing it at the Solana Foundation there. So that's awesome. Maybe future thoughts on prediction markets. We're seeing this wave, and obviously Kitty's like front and center. But I'd love to hear your future thoughts on prediction markets, how you think that's going to kind of take over prediction markets and gambling and news and everything in between. I would just love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, so I got in prediction markets on the last election, which I think where a lot of the first wave of users came in. And like, I don't know, I was in love with that. It was such a fun way to bet on things that just aren't sports books anymore. But now I only bet sports on prediction markets just because it like on Polymarket at least it's you can buy and sell anytime. You see on sports books during games where the odds get frozen, or you can't pull out, or you can't like buy in if you see a clear lead. Prediction markets, I think we're witnessing too all over the timeline how much more mainstream and mindshare it's getting. But I think what maybe some people fail to see is how much mindshare they're getting outside of crypto Twitter. I think it's gonna be big. I think it's gonna go significantly bigger. I think it's gonna take over basically that whole gambling. It's where you can literally see news first these days, which is one that I realized. Sorry, I think those are my pings, but I realized on the Trump election, like, holy shit, this was the only place that called the election first. So I started noticing like how news is more in real time on Polymarket than anything else. That being said, as it continues to grow, there's more space for competitors, and that's what PMX is really trying to do. Like, people are on chain, and both Polymarket and Calci are trying to figure out how do we bring Solana traders, which has a lot of volume, onto prediction markets. I think right now you're seeing a wave of I think everyone's like trying to get badges from either or right now. But it still matter, and it's basically the idea like, okay, KOLs can bring in traders. I think the gaps here is going to be that a lot of KOLs, like, a lot of them got followers because they're posting flashy P&L sides. It's not going to be same on prediction markets. The edge is completely different. That being said, traders want to trade, and PMX being on Solana, being able to trade like anywhere where you already trade, I think people are looking for the most frictionless experience. People don't want a KYC. That is like very anti-crypto. And on Polymarket, it's on Polygon, which like you've seen on BNB, like Solana traders struggle to like bridge to even like the most like popular chains. Polygon is an issue in itself. So there's the space for competitors. It's just a matter of like, okay, if you're going to compete in the space, what's your unique edge? And for PMX, it's going to be like, hey, Solana distribution, trade anywhere you want, like Axiom, if that's where you trade. You can create markets, you can earn creator fees and so forth. Like, those are really unique pieces you need to compete against the big boys. But yeah, it's going to be a very rapidly growing space.
Yeah. I think I see it almost completely differently. So I want to talk about it a little bit. What has been the greatest trading activities that happen on Solana? It has been when people with a lot of influence launches a coin. Trump, Kanye West, all of that. Like, so we know that net new deployers that are crazy popular are amazing for the meme coin space. But what's the risk? They don't want to have a coin that lives out infinitely, that will tarnish their name. They don't want people to think that they rug pull or scam or cause people to lose money. And how do we like remove this risk? How do we make it as risk-free for the beast to launch a coin? My take is that PMX and prediction markets will actually solve this. So Mr. Beast has one option now. Launch a coin on Palm Fund or any meme coin platform. It may not go up or down. If it goes down, he will tarnish his name and his own brand, and people hurt and they're angry at him. And maybe even 5 years down the road, someone who lost money from his coin will run him in the street and yell at him for losing money on his coin. But let's say he launches a prediction market instead. He does a live stream of a video. Let's say like, will this guy survive 30 days in this warehouse? And then he launches a prediction market for that challenge. 30 days, the coin is gone, and everybody who traded the coin gets paid out or doesn't get paid out. Whether you get paid out or not is dependent on your own actions and not dependent on some other thing where like whether the creator robbed you or whether someone snapped the coin and dumped on you and all that. And like 30 days later, the coin is no overhead. There's no risk. I see PMX as a way to drastically de-risk the entry point for these large creators, and that will infinitely like boost Solana meme coin trading activity. And obviously PMX, us, and everyone who helped them get there will be strong like very deeply rewarded for doing so. Yeah, and that's my take.
So do you think
like how reward all these people to launch coins and remove and abstract away the risk from them completely?
So do you think it's
that incentive?
And that's another cool piece. Like KOLs now, like someone good gets so much backlash, but now they can just create a prediction market, earn fees passively with telling the traders there's a defined win or loss depending on what the market is. Like, and these KOLs can bring a ton of volume and basically have infinite almost basically an infinite upside.
They have the same incentive structure of like Pump Fund. Like if you launch Pump Fund, you get half the trading fees if the coin is below 10 million, right? Like it's the same incentive structure on PMX. Like you launch at 50% of the trading fees. It's all paid to you in USDC. So I forgot which. Like and you are still incentivized to push the market because you get trading fees. You never have to dump. And in 30 days or however long, everyone walks away happy. Or if you're unhappy, it's your fault. Sort of your fault for betting on the one side, not someone else dumping on you, or you got rug pulled or snipers dump on you. Yeah.
So do we think at some point that these YouTube creators or content creators will just influencers, whatever you want to call them, will just go live, and as soon as they push live, in the bio of their videos will have a hyperlink to prediction markets. For every video, there will just be a prediction market on it, and their audience can go and trade it. Is that like the future you see?
That's the dream, right? Like any project startup like that's building on Solana, their goal is to bring in net new liquidity to Solana, right? Or else like you're gonna eventually get capped, struggle, not find product market fit. Like you want to bring net new liquidity, you want to bring people to use your product, and really like these YouTubers have a lot of influence. Like them like. It's really up to them, like having a hyperlink on a defined win or loss on some activity that they're doing and earning a lot of creator fees on top of like their streaming revenue. Like that's a big avenue for them, right? It's just a matter of like time and the spreading and all sorts of pieces like that. That being said, I gotta hop off in a couple minutes. I'm running interviews for people founders are applying to ICM.run, so just FYI.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
Any ones you could tell us about?
No, like the way ICM run's gonna work is like we won't leak until things are ready. So OGP is obviously the first one. And you guys should keep an eye on that one this week, as they're preparing to launch. And us and Meteora and ICM Run are very excited for OGP team.
We are too.
We are very much excited.
Like, I had one call with the first call I had with Justin, like OGP founder. Literally, I was so excited and had the biggest breath of fresh air talking with them. Like, that guy is like, he breeds how to build companies, and just like talking with him, like, he was doing a lot of pieces that other founders maybe don't do at this point. He did insane amount of customer discovery prior to like building, and a lot of flaws that current founders have is they build something, don't know who their customer is, and trying to figure out, well, who's going to use this. They don't know who their customers are, so and now they're already behind the 8 ball once they launch their token. Anyways, guys, yeah, have a good rest of the show. I'll tune in much later.
Awesome,
See you,
Kitty.
Kitty.
Appreciate you, bro.
Super insightful, Kitty. Thanks for
We'll
your
chat.
time.
We'll chat soon.
I got a question. So I'm actually learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. So from what I'm hearing, am I right to say that prediction markets is actually a good way to lower the barrier for a lot of these influencers and creators to actually come into the space? Is that something that you guys think is the thought process is correct? Or
I might chime in real quick,
Yeah.
Chill. I think it removes the reputation risk of launching a token. And this is something that we've discussed on our channel as well. Like, we love being a business that helps people get information and be a positive part of the ecosystem. Launching a token for something like us just doesn't make a lot of sense. However, we do need to pay our bills and put food on our table for our families. So part of that is if we launch a prediction markets and people speculate in those markets and trade those markets, we can earn those fees. And it flips the model on its head a little bit. And so, Chill, I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I'll just jump in and say, there are meme coins that are created around events, around news, around people, and regardless of whether degens want to acknowledge it or not, those tokens have an expiration date. But that expiration date, comes with liquidating everyone and taking everyone to zero down with it, right? And so essentially what prediction markets do, and I love Kitty's take on this, it kind of takes that risk away. And with the news cycle, although the news cycle will go, the prediction market will resolve and everyone will be made whole at the end of it, right? And then traders will win or lose. Those things will always happen, but they take that risk, as they see fit. But with meme coins, you can literally buy a meme coin at 100 mil today, and we've seen it where some of these things have gone down, like some of these large meme coins have gone down 90%. Fartcoin is at 35 cents not too long ago, from all the way up from from billions in market cap. So I think that's really what the take home point there is for prediction markets. It kind of takes the risk away and it allows the market itself to wind down without everyone just losing. Yeah. So
yeah, it's a cool innovation, and I think we're so early. We're still kind of like, defining what the answers are going to be for prediction markets, where it's going to be used, where it's going to be beneficial. But Soju makes a great point. It's like, absolutely, Mr. Beast would launch a prediction market before launching a token. Mr. Beast will probably never launch a token, but if he can have his community get active and involved with everything he does via prediction markets, hey, how many views do you think this is going to get? How much do you think the next prize pool for my next video is going to be? That's an interactive way where he can actually make money, and there's no stigma attached to any kind of markets. So really fascinating stuff.
And it's only possible on PMS, because only on PMS you can create a multi-permissioner and get paid the training fees for doing so. And they can only do that because of our technology.
So
crazy.
That's how it comes full circle.
Yeah. So when are we getting Mr. Beast on? Is it anyone?
I'll call him after this.
Call him up.
I got Mr. Beast on speed dial. We're on a first name basis, me and Kevin. So I got you.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We got to cover the Met token.
Yeah.
We have to. Let's
Yes.
talk about. You guys
Let's
are
talk about
excited. what are you most excited about to introduce this token?
Oh, well, for me, it's really about alignment. Yeah, the token is really about alignment. So I think if you have been keeping tabs on like Twitter, it's like there's a lot of different stakeholders, right, coming into play. You have the Juke stakers, you have your OG team, you have the MERS stakeholders, you have the LP army, Meteora, right? So there's a lot of different stakeholders involved, and also make this whole exercise a little bit challenging, right? Because everybody is like trying to fight for their own pie, right? So TGE for me and the token is really about right aligning, right, and getting everybody. So after TGE, there shouldn't be all these different groups, right? There's only one Meteora community, right? That's the whole idea
Love it.
of, and that's why we have this 48%, initial, unlock, right? Circulating supply, right? Because we want to make the community completely liquid, right? And then we also want to give the people a choice, right? So after TGE, they make the choice whether they see a future with us. If not, we will just thank you for their support, and they can find another project to support or whatever, right? So after TG, whoever is left, we genuinely believe that are those people who really believe in what we are doing, and really want to support and continue to add value, and just love our products, love what we do. So after TG, everything from there on is really about adding value, right? Value creation through our partner, through our product, through community, right? So I don't want to spend another ounce of time or another eon of time to just explain to people or try to convince people of the value of what we are doing. Yeah. So that's what excites me, and that's what this whole TGE excites me about. Because I think I shared with them since don't know when I'm very hesitant to do TGE. Yeah. Actually, Soju is very bullish about TGE. 3-4 months ago, keep TGE. Then we need to go. You're not in tune with the community. You're not in tune with the community.
I said that, but I regretted saying that.
You're not in tune with the community. Yeah, check it out, right? So
Soju for president.
Yeah, Soju for
No, Zen,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy.
Yeah. So, but I think now is a good time. We are ready. So anyway, my point is that I was hesitant about TG, but after thinking through it and then really like understanding or figuring out exactly how we can position TG to be right in terms of an alignment mechanism, right, and then as a way to really get people to those like sort of filter out. Whoever is left are really our core supporters of belief in us. I think that is extremely important, especially for where we are now. Yeah. So that's how I think about that. Yeah.
When you talk about alignment, and I don't know if I'm just biased here because I love Meteora, but it really does feel like Meteora has one of the most powerful communities. Like we've seen TGEs happen, like Hype has a very powerful community, but we've seen a lot of TGEs happen. And it feels like these products launch with no community. You guys have the backbone of your technology is community, right? And so like to see them all get their hands on a token, and you said you're not doing a raise, this is purely for alignment. Yep. It'll be interesting to see how that kind of is received. Yeah, there's a
nice. That's my chart.
Yeah, your chart. Can we talk through some of the particular pieces here? One of them.
Yeah. Before we do, I just want to cover my take as well. I think the reason why I'm very bullish TGE is that we all feel it, right? We all feel that Solana is like almost there to like the ICM like golden age. We all feel that belief is almost there. We all feel like all of us are all almost there. And TGE for us is really a chance to like take the next step. So with TGE, we'll have a massive aligned community. That's what Zen said. We're going to grow our community by 10x by bringing in all the Juke stakers and people who use our technology. We're going to 10x them. We're going to be aligned. And after we are aligned, we also have this token, which will then be able to use to power that push towards ICM. So like, while you think that however much Meteora has been pushing ICM over the past 6 months, it was a trial. We have been experimenting, we have been learning. Now we know what we need to do. Now we know the playbook. So after TGE, it's going to be 10x more exciting, and we're gonna make sure that happens. So that's why I'm super bullish. Like the opportunity is right there, but it's time to complete it, time to grab it. Yeah.
No, I love that. And I mean, some of these percentages I think kind of speak for themselves, like Jupiter stakers and the market makers, etc. But there's two that I wanted to ask about. You have 3% allocated to launch pads and those ecosystems, and then 2% to off-chain contributions. Can you just kind of talk through those two pieces?
Yeah, so I'll go. So Launchpad and Launchpool covers two big things. It covers the teams that launch tokens on Meteora. You will get a MAT airdrop rated by your size. So obviously the one who will get the most from that is the Donald Trump team because they did the most volume and fees out of the launch pools. But that's not the full 3%. That's about half. The other half will go, the other like approximate half will go towards the Launchpad teams that help Meteora build its position. So a part will go to Believe, a part will go to Axiom, Photon, and what you will see is that you will see all these teams be aligned with us and push with us as one cohesive force. You'll start to see like a lot more exciting things happen around the Launchpad space around Meteora. Yeah. For the off-chain contributors, it is to recognize people who contributed to Meteora off-chain. So on Twitter, on podcasts like this, Vesper gave me a list of people that she wants to be included. I do not recall whether your names are inside, but if she has ever asked you for a wallet address, stay tuned. So we'll see how that goes. And what's clear to me and what's clear to Zen is that like this is only the beginning. That this is only at TGE. There's going to be much more after that. We're going to use the token as both an alignment mechanism to align the community and a coordination mechanism where there'll be clear instructions or clear rules, there'll be clear angles of attack to follow. And if you follow them and help materialize Meteora's vision, you will also earn a share of future emissions. Ultimately, we're going to use the token to coordinate and align community to achieve our goal. Yeah. Together. Accelerate, yeah.
Empower.
And there's
yeah. We love the term empower, by the way.
We love it too.
There was one thing that I wanted to touch on as well. Based on what you said, you kind of walk through Axiom, the trading terminals, the launch pads, the infrastructure. So you're not talking only about alignment with just the community of supporters like the LP Army and others, but you're also on the business end side, on the B2B side. You're kind of aligning other builders within the community. I think that's really, really powerful. And I guess the question that I'm seeing this kind of like perfect storm come together for you guys. You have an amazing piece of technology that's the foundation of a lot of the activity that happens on an entire blockchain Solana, that is the retail chain, it's been dubbed. I mean, how do you guys plan to use all this motion that you have between getting all these builders, getting all the community together? Like, what are you most excited about to use all of this for?
Interesting question.
To replace Wall Street.
Let's go.
That's what we wanted to hear.
We love it.
Like the thing that went through my head when you guys were saying about how Meteora is far ahead ICM. I'm like, guys, Wall Street raises capital in a scale that is even unimaginable to the richest of crypto people. Like the amount of money that ICM on Solana has raised is probably not even one beep of what Wall Street can do. So we haven't reached the 1 beep mark.
But this is important. I want to touch on that.
Yeah, let's go ahead, Dom. I think this is really critical, this piece.
You said just not too long ago, you said that it feels like we're at this boiling point for ICM. It's like everyone knows it's coming, but we haven't really tipped that scale yet. We're not over that edge. Maybe Wall Street's the answer. Like, I guess tell us what you think the answer is. When's there going to be that big shift where everyone's like, okay, this is it. We're all in on ICM.
Well, October 23rd, TGE date.
The latest is, I think, 10th of December.
And the second day will be 10th of December, Matt Darby.
Let's go.
which all you guys are invited to come. And if you're watching this stream, do come as well. Yeah.
I want to ask, because I think this is really important. Like, the U.S. capital markets are 60% of the global world's capital markets. It's been very closed off, probably a lot due to regulation in terms of you got to kind of be in the game and be in the U.S. to play. You guys seem like you have this huge playbook, kind of disrupting part of that. Like, how do you think Wall Street perceives, like, this space? Do they even know about Meteora, or are you guys like collaborating with people on Wall Street? Like, how do you see the relationship between what you guys are doing with Meteora and the players in the US capital markets?
Yeah. I'll answer this question. I think as much as I like to try like redefine Wall Street, actually my goal isn't to replace Wall Street. My goal is to bring the power of Wall Street to everybody else in the world. So my target addressable market is everybody outside that bubble of New York and another smaller bubble at SF. That's my TAM. Is to anyone with an internet connection should be able to access the same capabilities inside Wall Street. So I'm not trying to replace them. Actually, like there are many DeFi teams with the CEO is a SEC lawyer. The team that has like 4 lawyers. Like my team has no lawyers. My team is in Singapore. I like to joke with my team that like we're a bunch of Chinese kids in Singapore. Like if this is a problem that can be solved by sitting in Wall Street and working with lawyers, we won't crack it. But if this is the problem that can be solved by leveraging what is unique about DeFi and harnessing it for retail, we'll probably crack it, because that's what we've been doing for the past 5 years. Yeah.
I think there's enough money in the world to go around.
Yeah.
It's really about helping the retailers find the opportunity. Yeah, and I think Meteora and DeFi, right, really helps to open the doors for that to happen. Yeah, the globalness, the permissionless, and the ease of use, right? And that's always something that we'll continue to do, right? Really work to make sure that the system, the product, the tools that we build are always seamless and useful for retailers. Yeah, LPs. Yeah, the long run, long tail of people. Yeah, so yeah, it's not really about the Wall Street is something more of a pitch thing, right? It's more of a pitch thing because Wall Street is very it's like representation of the challenges of today, right? Like the institution, right? People think of Wall Street as like they're always the people who have all the financial power in their hands, right? A lot of red tapes, right? The people on the ground, the retailers have no access to that power. Right? But with DeFi, we are flipping the.
Oh, got it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
That's the repeat the last sentence.
Oh,
Yeah.
the typing.
The power of Wall Street for the community. So sorry.
Oh, I muted Dom. My bad. Sorry, Dom.
It was my bad. I muted myself and I was typing. My phone was there. I was talking too much.
Oh, okay. You muted me.
I muted Zen. I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Hey, can I ask about Jupiter? I mean, there is a relationship between Jupiter and Meteora. I don't think a lot of people fully understand that relationship. 3% to Jupiter stakers. Can you just talk about that relationship real quick?
Relationship? Okay. Jupiter is actually. I mean, when we have to go back to when Meteora was still around, right? So. The interesting story is that you remember just now I mentioned we reached a point whereby things were a little bit stagnating. So we actually experimented with this Solana's first cross protocol swap aggregator, right? By integrating with Serum pools. Yeah, so it's actually just a feature. It was actually just a feature of Meteora, where you can go to Meteora UI and then just be able to see all the different tokens, and the first aggregator was. So that was that, right? So, but it took us a while to decide whether we want to branch it out as a completely new protocol, right? And then so it happened in the ramen shop, right, where we made the decision to say, okay, let's branch it out, right? And so that's how Jupiter was born, right? So Jupiter was actually the baby, right, of Meteora, right? And Meteora eventually became Meteora. So long story short is that we are actually umbrella same team, right, and same family, right. But of course, now in terms of segregation of resources, we are actually quite segregated, and because the team has grown pretty big now. The Jupiter has its own resources and team, and Meteora as well, because we believe that these are two pretty distinct products, right, that require a different set of team expertise to focus. But by and large, we are quite tightly connected, and then we share resources.
The story of Meteora is so awesome. I mean, you guys actually came from like distressed company, didn't really know what the future looked like or held, to creating some behemoths and game changers for crypto. It's like fascinating to sit back and think about.
It's tough, yeah. It was.
It's tough. It's tough.
It was painful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this team has gone through a few death experiences, I would say, but I'm even more confident, right, building the next phase with these guys, right? Through we managed to survive, right, and right, handling crisis.
I like to say that's how you build trust. Like if you are building in DeFi, everyone runs into a few knocks and bends. We've run into our fair share and we've came out stronger every time. So I think it's something that I'm quite proud of. And I think the community now trusts us because they know that if the sky will fall on us, if the sky falls on us again, they know that we'll come out even stronger. Yeah.
But we hope it doesn't happen.
But we hope it doesn't happen. Yeah.
That just shows, incredible resilience. You know, at this point, I'm not sure, like, there's nothing that could probably compare it to what you guys have been through in the past in terms of difficult times. And so, I mean, just a resilient team is how I would put that. So really cool.
Yep. The entrepreneurial journey, everyone thinks it's the monopoly man with the money, but in reality, it's a lot of pain going through that. So we appreciate that resilience. Last question I had is just the LP Army. You have an LP stimulus plan here. Can you just talk about the LP Army, give them a shout out real quick, and how people can join that?
You mean join the LP Army? Oh yeah. So we have this lparmy.com site, right? So if you go to app.meteora.ag, you can also find the link there, but you can go to lparmy.com. That's where you can find all the key resources, like how to get started to become an LP. There'll be some cool strategies that you can see, and most importantly, you can also click on the link to join the Discord, which I think is the
great. Sorry to stop you. There's someone typing in the background over top.
Okay, some previous stuff was happening. So sorry. As soon as I can't. Okay, go ahead, Zen.
We want a clean clip. We want a clean LP Army.
So sorry. Yeah.
So go to lparmy.com, right, where you can find all the cool resources on how to get started as being an LP. But more importantly is that you can actually join the LP Army Discord from there, and that's where you can really get onboarded. You can know a lot of cool LP Army folks who will be more than welcome you to join them and to share tips and ideas on how to become a better LP, share opportunities with you, and that's where you can actually learn to become a better LP. So yeah, do join the whole LP Army. There's also boot camps, right? That's run by our very own heavy metal cook, right? Who's super passionate about like coaching and guiding people. So we have no lack of people like HMC in the community who really likes to share and to guide and to teach, right, what they have learned. So I think that's something that really inspires me a lot, right? But because these people are not asking for money or whatever, they just organically want to share how they actually earn money with the rest of the people. Yeah, so do join us, right? Check it out.
Yeah,
right?
guys, and I know everyone loves trading, but do consider LPing, because some people in that community have built products and strategies on top of it that have been actually quite profitable especially on an annual basis. So go check out the LP Army. But Dom, do we have anything else to cover? I think we've gotten into it pretty deep here.
Yeah, dude,
I've gone through a lot.
I just think maybe closing thoughts. I want to hear what you guys are most excited for here. You got obviously TGE, but that's really going to enable you for the future of like the next phase of Meteora per se. So maybe closing thoughts here from Soju and Zen, and what are you guys most excited for going forward, and what can we expect?
Oh, I'm very excited about Meteora becoming the backbone of what we see as the future of tokenization. Yeah. I mean, I do see. I really want to work towards and then really focus on really consolidating Meteora's position, right, as the infrastructure and the backbone. And I think we're really close, right? And I think TGE, after TGE, our next roadmap, MetW, will really help us to solidify that position. And I'm pretty excited with that. Yeah, and also very excited to work with the team to get there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. LFG, I'm just effing excited to be back to building and play with innovative ideas. Like, I owe you guys this stream appearance for so long, but my brain was like, when I went to TGE mode, it was over. Like, it was like, no, the ICM left my brain. The day-to-day ICM stuff left my brain. So it's like, so I'm happy to be back.
Good.
I'm
You
happy
know,
to come back when ICM is like my forefront focus. Yeah.
we'll have plenty of time for you to come back on in the future. So don't even worry about it. We're happy to get you now. Cool, guys.
But I mean, it's going to be an exciting 9 days. We have 9 days left to TGE. We're going to do maybe 20 podcasts or live stream appearances over these 9 days.
Let's go.
This is our 5th so far, or 4th.
Nice.
Jeez.
No, well, hey, we really appreciate it. You guys have supported us. MCG doesn't exist without Meteora, so we really, really appreciate it. Seriously, from the bottom of our hearts here, we've worked hard to make this happen, and you guys have been a key part of that. And we're rooting you on. We're going to get the clips out, and everyone's going to love it. We know our community loves Meteora, so thanks so much for making this happen.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Talk
We'll
soon,
have
guys.
one goal. Let's
Hey,
get to it.
we're excited to see you in Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Yes, that's right.
Abu Dhabi. See you
Abu
guys
Dhabi.
See ya.
Soju, Zen, thanks for your time. Talk soon.
there. Thank you.